Okay, I'm on my next group. I think this is set 4 for my enemy swaps. Again, I don't like the default game's basic palette swaps. I think they're awful. And I just went through and replaced every palette swap for enemy characters that I could find with something cool. Again, this game lulls me to sleep with the lazy palette swaps the original developers made. So I'm going to replace everything with something that will keep me awake. For this, I'm going to be using my buff Estelle character here. The group I'll be showcasing here is for Galsia. Default Galsia is already chosen for spawner A. BT, Brash, Gotham, Garum, Jonathan, and Surger. Okay, most of these skins really go without explaining. I'll just talk my way through them and explain the method to my madness. I, for the life of me, don't remember the names for every character here. It's quite a lot. But this is Brash. I chose to make the the Brash skin a black person. I just simply cut his hair, gave him a low cut, and I changed his colors to black and yellow, and of course some purple pants. It's kind of it's kind of racist, but yeah, that's the color scheme I chose to go with for the black Garum skin. As you can see from when I hit him, it or rather the black Galsia skin. But as you can see, when I hit him, everything has been replaced. From his get hit animations to his attacks, it's all been properly modified. Next up on spawner B is the BT skin. For the BT skin, I simply just added a motorcycle helmet to him. He kind of mimics Sugar or another character in the default game that wears a motorcycle gear. Excuse me. Um, Fits perfectly. I just simply put a motorcycle helmet on the character, and I of course took the weird hair fur aesthetic going on for Sugar's helmet, and the end result is a more modernized super bike looking Galsia here. Pretty good change. Next up at spawner D is the Garum or Gotham skin. For this skin, you can tell the differences are very subtle, but his hair, he has more of a military haircut for his hair. It's less wild or unkempt. And I also added eyebrows to the character. And of course, I tweaked the palette to be something a little more, not only different in skin tone, but a little more to my taste. Slightly pinker. Go ahead and attack him here to show you that everything's been properly modified. Okay, next up at spawner E is the Jonathan skin. For the Jonathan skin, he kind of has like a Tony Stark thing going on with his face, but specifically for the Jonathan skin, I chose to just actually tweak the palette, and if you look closely, you can tell that I colored his sleeves on his top there to make it blend in with the color of his jacket. I of course reworked the palette, tweaked it a little bit to make his skin tone different from the rest of the Galsia skins. And of course, if you look very closely, his hair has been modified too. His hair is a slight bit more neater than the default or the base game skin. Do a couple attacks here so that you can see that everything has been modified. Oh yeah, and he has facial hair. But yeah, that's the Jonathan skin. Okay, next up at spawner F is the Surger skin. For the Surger skin, I of course gave him I extended his sideburns to go around into his beard on his face, and I slightly tweaked his hair. His hair is barely neater than the default skin, and I of course added eyebrows. He has, in my opinion, he has more of a ginger or a Russian, I'm gonna say more of a ginger look to the character, and of course tweak the palette a little bit to make his skin different from the rest. But as you can see, the end result for my my Galsia edits here is they aesthetically. Well, I'll do a few attacks here to show you that everything has been replaced on the character. But yeah, as you can see, the end result is aesthetically, it's a lot more interesting. This game no longer like lulls me to sleep as I play it. Um, I just prefer this over the default game's lazy palette swaps. If I haven't said it yet, for the default Galsia skin, I didn't touch it. I never touched the base or default enemy skin for the specific reason that there's an entire team of artists who have to design these enemies specifically for Streets of Rage 4. So I only replaced the lazy edits. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to move them here, get them all closer for a overview of all of the characters. But yeah, that's my Galsia edit. Next video should showcase, I guess, another group of enemies when I get around to replacing the HUDs for them. And it's pretty cool.